What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Billy Joe Saunders. As we all know, he made a video on how to instruct men how to hit women or females. Well, because of that, like I told you guys, his boxing license has been suspended after that video was leaked and much criticism. Okay? Billy Joe Saunders, he laid himself out. You know, he made that video, and now it's led to his license being suspended. Now it's pending a hearing by the British Boxing Board of Control. Okay? Of course, in the video, you know what he was doing. You know what he illustrated in the video. And predictably, the 30-year-old Saunders apologized in a tweet after the video received plenty of criticism, saying he would never condone domestic violence. His account, like his boxing license, appears to be suspended. His promoter, Eddie Hearn, took him to task, as well as calling the video idiotic in an interview with TalkSport. I was appalled, really, he said. It was so idiotic. It was so frustrating because I know Billy well. He's a really good kid. He has a good heart. But every now and then he does the most stupidest things. Ain't that the truth? It's unacceptable for Joe Blogs down the street to do it. It's much more unacceptable for a world champion to do it. People who are in abusive relationships are watching that video. You cannot do it. It's unacceptable. Okay, now here's the history with Billy Joe Saunders. Those every so often stupid things that Billy Joe does, let me just give you a chat of them. 2018, he was fined 100,000 pounds after a video surfaced of him offering a woman 150 pounds worth of drugs to perform a sex act or punch a passenger by. In the video, she punches someone before Saunders drives away, right? Like those type of things like that, it just really gets you to think. Like, he's a dark humor prankster. But if he learned, and obviously he hasn't learned from his buddy Ty Booth what could happen to him. Okay? You know, and it's crazy because you're supposed to learn from someone else's mistake, not do the same silly shit and get done the same way. You thought if they suspended Tywin Booth, and they suspended his license indefinitely, he can't even fight no more. Okay? What do you think they're going to do to you for making a video like that? Yeah, you're not hurting nobody, but you're saying it's okay to hurt someone, and then look at what position you're in as a person, as a fighter, as a role model. You know, that's crazy. You know, why do it if you didn't think it through? So obviously he didn't think it through. He just thought it was fucking funny when he did it. Now his license is suspended, just like his account, which is dumb. He can't promote himself now. And then this is the wrong time to have your stuff suspended. Your social media account suspended, and that's really all you have? What all you have to do and to deal with at your house? You, yourself, read a book? You know what I mean? You can't even reach to the outside world, like, you know, email, maybe phone, but social media is how a lot of people nowadays are dealing with the new norm. So, yeah, it has to be a lot harder on him because of it. You know, Saunders is a guy, he has to learn one way or the other, you know. I hope his license doesn't get taken away from him, but now the $100 million question is, how will it affect his fight with Canelo Alvarez? That's if it happens. It was postponed anyway. But will the BBBFC decision, you know, what would it have on a fight contested in the USA? You know, we know that Tyson Fury himself has revoked his license, right, in the UK. He didn't renew. And that's to get away from a lot of problems with UCAD and all that, with the garbage that happened 5 years ago. But how does that apply to Billy Joe Saunders? This is a different offense. But who knows? You would think if it don't affect Tyson Fury, it shouldn't affect Billy Joe Saunders. But if you're Billy Joe Saunders, you'd have to file for license wherever state you're in, right? So, but I've seen the BBB do a lot of weird things anyway. But of course, this is all brought on himself. You can't do stuff like that in this day of age where women's getting beat up by guys that just, you know what I mean? And then now you make a video about it. You being a world champion, the super heavyweight or the super middleweight champion of the world doing something like that. Now, Billy Joe Saunders, if they take it away from him, this should be a lesson. I mean, if indefinitely, it should be a lesson to him not to do dumb shit. Like, get off of social media. Like, what were you thinking? You know what I mean? And that's what I was afraid of, because if they were, again, going to suspend Ty Booth for some comments that he made, what makes you think he wouldn't be suspended for this here? You see what I'm saying? This doesn't make any sense, But he should have learned from the last time he did something dumb like that. And if they let it off, and because they're probably going to take into account, okay, well, Billy Joe Saunders, you've done a lot of little shady shit lately. This ain't the first time we've saw you, okay? Yeah, he was fined or whatever by the BBBFC after him. So, this is the second offense. They could very well say, you know what, Billy Joe Saunders, you're a troublemaker, and we don't want you as a role model to anybody, any kids or anything like that. So we're gonna snatch your license. That's it. That could be the order, But again, someone like Saunders that thinks that shit's funny, that hasn't really grew up in the mind, obviously, and he still likes doing little dark humor, gangster stuff like that. Okay, this is what he has. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Billy Joe Saunders' boxing license suspended after the video of violence. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.